I am Johnny Massacre and welcome to the cheeky live stream number 142, a place where I basically just chat, eat shay, and just talk about what's on my mind out here in Tokyo City. Got to take my vitamins, bruv. And I thought we'd read some X, see what's going on in the news. And of course we're going to smoke a cigar, because why the hell not? Why the hell not? Okay, how are we going to do this today? Let's use the bullet. That's a nice cut, that is. That is a nice cut. The British might be down right now, but they ain't out, let me tell you that. Our spirit will never die. Look at that, bruv. Absolutely perfect cut. We're live on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, and also X. Just letting people know what's up. Smoking a cigar in Tokyo and scrolling X. Oh, good lord. Good lord. How's everyone doing tonight? Is everyone doing alright? Did you miss me? I'm sure you did. There ain't no place like the cheeky live stream. And you know this. We are live indeed.
Vodka Brands Corp says hello from Pug Dog.
What's up?
Edward Johnston says we live.
We are. Wow. That's fucking strong. Jesus Christ. Was not expecting that. My lord. My lord. Do I look tired? Several people today just took one look at my face and just said that I look tired. And I'm tired, but I don't feel that tired. Do I look that tired? Wow, this is brutal. Oh, mate, this is a professional one. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What's going on, everyone? I forced myself to go to the gym today. Didn't want to. Been feeling pretty exhausted. But I thought it would be a good idea. And turns out the ex-UFC guy was there. So every time he's there, the mitts are super hardcore. And it was pretty hardcore. So finally, I could eat carbohydrates again after a 2-week no carb reset. And I ate some frozen mango before doing the boxing, and that made a massive difference. That got me through 2 very intense 3-minute rounds. But listening to some cool tunes recently. This OG DJ called Stretch Armstrong, and I found this mix on YouTube, and it's just playing a lot of old kind of soul stuff. But a bunch of the stuff he played I recognized because it it was sampled in some drum and bass records that I like. And he also played some stuff I haven't heard before, which is super great. So I got some good new music in my Spotify likes. But really the news every single day on X. It's, I don't know, whenever I open it, I just feel like this is what was it called in 1984? George Orwell's magnum opus. 2 Minutes Hate. It feels like the 2 Minutes Hate. What am I going to hate today? And it just seems like it's always Shay, that the Democrats are doing. What are they doing? All they're doing is encouraging people to commit arson and violence against Elon Musk and Tesla, when he's a cornerstone of their belief system of green energy. And he didn't do anything wrong. Not actually, he did a hell of a lot right for them and their country.
Edward says sing that Arsenal song, North London Forever.
I'm not sure I know that one. And so the left are encouraging violence and vandalism. Go and ask any of them if people should stop doing that to Tesla dealerships and whatnot and charging stations. None of them will say stop. All they do is pit people against each other and then try to get votes based on the division. All they do is destroy things. All they do is break things. All they want is violence and disagreements.
Says, okay, I'm here. Let go.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, mate?
Chris Campbell says, let's go.
Let's go. Why don't the left just offer something good? Why don't they just offer one good thing? Trump is doing so much. Egg prices are tumbling, fuel prices are tumbling. Because of the tariffs, massive companies are now saying they're going to bring manufacturing over to the United States. That's the plan. He's banned DEI, racist hiring practices across all federal institutions. And he's cut every single grant for DEI, going to every single destination you could possibly imagine. He's deporting illegals. Border crossings have gone down to pretty much nothing. He's doing all these things. I cannot see the Democrats offering one thing. All they're doing is the exact same shit they've done for the last 10 years or more, where they say racism, 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 racism everywhere. Vote for us and we're going to fix it because the other side are Nazis and they're racist. That's all they have. That's all they have. And the fact that anyone would ever defend them, young white women, I'm looking at you, Gen Z, is scary, frankly. It's scary, the level of brainwashing that's taken place. Woof. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So, there's just so... I have never known such a huge proliferation of news in such a short space of time. It's actually relentless. I remember the first couple of weeks of Trump's presidency, actually the first 7 to 10 days, and it was eyebrow raising, literally. Every other day I'd look at something and I'd raise my eyebrow, or I'd just raise both brows, depending on how shocking the news was. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Major government reforms, Doge, auditing the Treasury. And now it's been going on for a couple of months, and everyone's almost kind of gotten used to this relentless flow of news, which is just insane. We're getting used to insanity. There's so much crazy news on a regular basis. It's hard to even process. I've never known it to be this intense. And I'm trying to get the camera back. I sense urgency. There's a sense of urgency, I meant to say, that we have to get shit done ASAP, because they tried to bankrupt Trump and put him in prison, right? And so they're going to try to do all that again to Trump and whoever else is in the firing line. So unless Republicans actually codify some of these moves into law, I'm very, very afraid of the pendulum swinging back the other way. And then, of course, we have this rogue judges issue, which I'm sure you are aware of, where random judges, there's hundreds of them, anywhere, anytime, can just put a stop to the Trumpsters' work.
He's not president.
Exactly. Mate, they threw everything at him. And now Musk is the target. Now they've moved on to Musk. It's like there's nothing left they can do to Trump. And he basically won. So, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, man, this freaking camera problem. I spent like $70 today on a charger. A 95-watt charger. The most powerful one I could get within reason for a Mac, to put it into my USB dongle. Because AI told me there's a power blockage. And it still doesn't work properly. I'm going to fiddle with it a little bit. I think we're just going to have to go... Right, I'm just going back to OG camera. Mate, I spent 70 quid on that. I knew that shit wouldn't work. No dates, Edward. Dates are off. Dates are off. Oh, Lord. I'm coming back strong. Mad strong, y'all. Woo, I'm in a little bit of a food coma because I had a 800-gram sirloin steak with a lot of butter and 2 grapefruits, and it was rather delicious, I must say. I even took a picture of it. Nah, it's all good, Edward. It's all good. Mate, you want to see the steak that I made? This isn't sad. See, if I were on a date, I wouldn't be eating that. Arthur. Stop, Arthur. How tasty is that? Absolute banger. Okay. Right. For me, that's just about right. Let me try to get the text-to-speech working again. Yes, I'm in a real food coma. How tired do I look? Oh, maybe we're back now.
Steve says,
yeah.
Link.
Sweet. How tired do I look on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't think I look that tired. I'd say 3 out of 10 tired. But everyone today was saying how tired I look. Do I really look that tired? Really?
Edward Johnston says 11.
Are you serious? Why can't I see how tired I am? It's the body language, is it? It's the body language. Is it the body language and the shoulders? Da 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 da.
Arthur Shaw says, nah bro, you look fine. Maybe 2/10.
Well, I got the whole range.
Edward Johnston says it's the attitude.
It's the attitude. Da 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 da.
Rockwell says, hey Johnny everyone.
Hey now, Victoria Rockwell. Hey now, here comes the menace. So these judges just going to stymie Trump the whole way.
Says, hey Victoria.
They're all Obama appointed. They're all Biden appointed. And Chuck Schumer did an interview the other day and he said, yes, we put all these progressive judges. We installed all these progressive judges. That's not how law is supposed to work. You're supposed to install.
Rockwell says, hey Arthur.
An unbiased person who just wants to interpret the law in the correct way. Fucking hell, man. You can see the cabal. It's always Nancy Pelosi's face. It's always Chuck Schumer's face. And then you've got the new... Dude, did you see AOC did a public appearance where she talked about...
How does a judge get to make rulings on just anything?
I think primaries are coming up, right? They have to get voted in again for their district.
Have some kind of standing.
Did you see... I've been telling people for freaking years about the threat of Marxism. Did you see? AOC came out and she said, I am a Marxist. She said that the other day. Dude, Marxist means you follow Karl Marx. Karl Marx's one wish was to create communism. He wrote the Communist Manifesto. There she is, that woman worth tens of millions. Such a woman of the people. She's hoarding the cash and bankrupting her district. She turfed Amazon out of NYC, cost them millions of jobs because big business bad. That's all a Marxist can do. Big business bad, big business bad. She's a communist. She is a communist and she has a massive following. We are in a freaking clown world. She actually came out and said she's a Marxist. That means if you're successful, you're the enemy and she wants to steal your itche and give it to someone else who's too lazy or drug addicted to produce anything. That is her whole philosophy. She came out and said it. That's what Patrisse Cullors did, Black Lives Matter co-founder. She said she's a trained Marxist. AOC just came out. Where is the scandal? Where is the investigation? Where is the paper trail for the funding to get this Marxist into Congress to try to destroy America? Then you got Jasmine Crockett, another one of the new victim class. They just put her in there to be divisive and mess up America.
Victoria Rockwell says her voice is insufferable and she's got about as much intellect as a fence post.
She's really not very smart. And she does a lot of this and moves her finger around a lot. Oh my Lord. Da, 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 da. Man, I found this amazing song. It's a breaks mix of a soul song, an old soul song. It's so good. I'm going to try to find it for you. I'm going to try to find it. Maybe the stream will get banned. Okay, it's called Love to the World by LTD. Con's Breakdown Mix. Da, 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 da. It's such a tune. Let me try to play this without getting banned. Da, 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 da. Listen to this. Okay, we're going to try to play it. This is such a tune. It's actually disturbing. Definitely Victoria is going to be menacing to this soundtrack with her superhero suit. Good night, mate. Hell yeah. But it's really like the intro of this song. I think there's a breakdown. It's just this loop. It's supreme. It's just that loop. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you because it's banging. Right. So I said I'm going to read X. Let's read some X, shall we? That's not X, is it? Here we go. Right. I don't know, man. Every time I open this goddamn website, you're just bombarded with all this barbaric, apocalyptic shit. And I feel that you have to know about it. You have to know about it. I feel we're just slipping. We're slipping by small degrees into a very, very bad place. And I think it's, I don't know if any country can stop it. America's the only one that can stop it. It's unbelievable that Trump is in power. Every other world leader is just saying like an NPC or this Orwellian nonsense that everybody knows is false, but they just come out and say it anyways. Trumpster's the only one. My lord. Dude, this stuff with Kist, I can't even start.
Rockwell says, I heard Farage's popularity is down now because he said there's no chance of mass deportation.
He said that a while ago and I saw that and thought, what the hell? So he owns Reform apparently, and the other person who owns Reform is a guy called Mohammed, a Muslim dude. So why do you think they booted out Rupert Lowe when he said he wanted deportations when it's going to be Mohammed's own? Mate, the UK is dead now. It's there's no going back. The only chance was Reform. I even signed up. I gave him 20 quid to become a member for mass deportations. Exactly what Donald Trump has offered. That's what I want to happen in England. And then he said he doesn't want deportations, and then they booted out Rupert Lowe. And Rupert Lowe says the right things all the time. He's a bit of a Trumpster. Seriously, every single one of his policies seems to be something that's going to fix the UK. And they booted him out. In the last election, they only got a few seats, even though they were the most popular party in the country. It's basically, I can't remember how the UK system works, but it's all these small districts. And even though if you take per capita support, Reform is the most popular party, it's not about per capita, it's how many districts you win. In the I think it's similar to in the States where you have to win the most amount of states. You got to win the most amount of districts. So even though they were the most popular party per capita, they only got like 3 or 4 seats, and they need tons and tons. Now they've got 4 to 5 years before the next election, but now Reform has become part of the Uniparty where they're talking about no deportations, and he won't say anything good about Tommy Robinson. I know he's quite toxic, but man, Musk came out and said, look, Tommy shouldn't be in jail, and he shouldn't be in jail. And I think he's an impish, quirky figure, but maybe he was just ahead of the game, and he got in there first and was saying what needed to be said, and then they tried to put a stop to that, because the UK's strategy is mass migration, socialism, import the voter base who will vote for socialism, and it will be one party rule forever by replacing the native white British population, especially male population, because they disproportionately vote against those kind of policies, against socialism, right? It's more about it's all about individualism. So the only chance of the UK getting it together after the most popular party only got a few seats with a 5-year lead time is now gone, because Reform, like I withdrew my membership. I would never vote for them now. There's not enough time to make a new party. The only way that can be saved is if Rupert Lowe becomes head of Reform or someone else, but it's owned by Farage and Mohammed. So they would never give it to the guy who they publicly threw under the bus. And they lied about throwing him under the bus because one of the legacy media newspapers revealed a private conversation featuring Farage where he admitted that he booted out Rupert Lowe for political reasons, and it wasn't the reasons that Mohammed, the other co-owner of Reform, gave, which was something like he was abusive to female staff or said something bad to them. So they can't go back on their word now, Farage. Then they'd have to admit that they're just playing political games and not doing what's in the interest of the constituents. So they're going to have to keep going, Farage and Mohammed. You can't have a party who's going to usurp Reform now. It's too late. And they're not going to deport even if they get into power. So good night, UK. It is over. It is over. But I don't know, man. We have an amazing legacy.
Well, says so depressing.
It's fucked up, right? We have an amazing legacy, and there's still a lot of smart mother uckers out there. So some lads could get together and make some shit happen. I was thinking about the irony of this, right? Is that Jewanon, who just trace everything back to Jewish people, they're now gonna have to take a leaf out of the Jewish people's books by like sticking together as like a small unit, and you know, make families and don't do this like weird progressive shit that will tear you apart, and have values and have morals and have a code. And they're going to have to take cues from the Jews now, because the Jews is like a minority, but they're powerful, right? That's what a lot of the right wing who dislike Jews are going to have to be like if they want to recover England. So it's kind of it's mental times. It's mental times. It's mental times. The UK. The economy is fucked, and they're still going to raise taxes yet further. They've taken £500 million from farmers every year in the form of inheritance tax, and they're literally giving the same amount, 500 million, investing in overseas farmers. It's controlled demolition from top to bottom. The Marxism is riddling London. It's on every other billboard.
Tahiti Village says I like Rupert Lowe.
Me too. I really like him. He just, everything he says is yes, 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 correct. I'm a massive fan. I am a fan. And if Nigel Farage is doing that and saying no deportations because he needs the Muslim voting bloc, then the UK is over. Did you see they're going to build a massive mosque in the Lake District? Bro. Jeremy Clarkson can't even build something on his plot of land in the countryside, and yet they can put a massive mosque in the Lake District. The UK is over. And you know, this is the project for World Economic Forum, the socialist. I think Germany is probably further down the road of decline, and so is France, and Canada next, and then England's after that, all in a line of exponential failure.
Countess She Beast of Tahiti Village says, how is migration in Japan?
Luckily, there's hardly any. There isn't much, but it's increasing, and there's projections that it could increase quite drastically to 10% of the population by 2050. Although that's a little bit early of an estimate. There's all these news articles online that people don't translate properly, saying there's all these immigrants coming, but there is some truth to that. There are going to be several 100,000 workers coming. I don't know if they're going to be permanent or they're going to send them back, but not really that much. Yeah, you don't see any kind of like foreign homeless. There's no refugee camps anywhere. Japan took something like under 20 refugees last year, thank God. There's none of that BS. Where you see refugees or people who game the system, they're always causing trouble. Like in Harajuku, there's all these Nigerian dudes, and they're like harassing people all the time, just working on shady jobs. There's a bunch of Kurds who came to Japan and abused the immigration system, something like 3,000 or less. I saw a video the other day. They got into a fight with some Japanese dude. They're like punching each other. The Kurds, and then you have these globalist articles supporting them. Man, One of my mates here, he said he used to live in an area with the Kurds. He said there was trash everywhere. They're loitering around the station. There was some like actual say harassment the other day. There's loads of cases of that, even though really small population. One of the things I love about this country is there's hardly any foreigners. Just please God, keep it that way. I'm praying. But it's not just the refugees, it's foreigners from the rest of the world, even from England, from America. I can assimilate.
Campbell says Kurds seem to be fighting no matter where they
Bro,
are.
I can assimilate. I'm not going to mess up the culture. Japanese people fucking love me. They fucking love me because they can feel that I love their country and I want to uphold it and keep it the same. Even like the average American dude, they come here. So many people just don't have the empathy. They can't understand what another culture is, and they seek to impose their shit. You know, you get the Palestine flag crew here. Dudes, kindly fuck off. Seriously, that Marxist dog shit. We're getting along, having a wicked time out here. None of that BS, no crime, no division. We're just getting on with it, living our lives. And then you're bringing that shit in, and you're always talking about anti-colonialism. You're trying to colonize Japan with your belief system. It's cultural colonization. So the Westerners are desperate to destroy Japan. Look what they did to video games, mate. My babes, the Peking duck pudding princess, Ada Wong, they covered her up in the latest Resident Evil remake of number 4. They're nerfing the booba. They're just turning Japanese games shit. The West is like a fucking, it's like a what is it? It's like a kraken with its tentacles everywhere. Please go away. But we need some of that Trumpy vibes, those Trumpster vibes over here. Japanese people love the Trumpster. I've never met one who said they don't like the Trumpster. Every single person, especially women, they love him. It's funny, I met this American woman the other day with her family. We was like chatting for a while. She goes, "Oh, what do they think about Trump?" And I knew she was anti-Trump. I just said the truth. I said they really like him. And her face, she couldn't compete. What? Japanese people like Trump? I said, yeah. Japanese people are nationalists. They love their country. They love their food. They love their history. They love, because of course they love the Trumpster. Because if you don't love the Trumpster, you hate your country. Do you know what I'm saying? The Trumpster. This cigar is not good. This is really, man, the difference in quality. So this is like one of the slightly cheaper Romeo and Juliets. Mate, it's acrid. It's so harsh. It's disgusting. Compared to the White Church, I'll never smoke this one again. But interesting to try one of the cheaper ones. You get what you pay for real. For real. Da, 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 da. I mean, should we look at X? The X. The X. Okay, what's happening? Bro, the left is right now is the party of extremism and violence. Do not vote for them under any circumstances. Oh Lord. All empires repeat the same cycle, says 20th century historian John Glubb. He observed that for the past 300 years, every civilization has followed the same 6 stages before decline. What are they? Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. This is just what we're talking about. Sir John Bagot Glubb was a British soldier and author who served as the commandeering general for Transjordan's Arab Legion from 1939 to 1956. In his later years, he wrote about geopolitics and world history and penned a succinct description of how civilizations rise and fall. Oh my God, tell me more. Glubb's 1978 work, The Fate of Empires and the Search for Survival, is an idea-dense essay that argues all great empires follow an eerily similar pattern. From observing 11 distinct cultures, Glubb draws some intriguing conclusions that have implications for modern society. Okay, here it is. So we've got, number 1, pioneers, right? The pioneers, the risk takers. Then the conquest, you've got take over. Then the commerce, the capitalism starts. The affluence, people get the money. The intellect, and decadence. Where all these boons and blessings from these people in phase 1 and 2 have been present since birth, so that generation takes them for granted, and they've got an abundance of all these things that they didn't work for, and they don't appreciate or understand the value of what's around them, and so they end up destroying everything. We are definitely in the decadence era. 1,000. If you can complain about life in America, you're in the decadence era for sure. Yeah, that was my generation, mate. Decadence, when did that start? 60s probably?
Victoria Rockwell says, yeah, we're way past intellect and full steam ahead to retard. Where's that era?
Retard's got to be nestled in here. Glubb first notes that empires generally decline after 250 years or 10 human generations. Though there are exceptions, a remarkable similarity in lifespans emerges when one compares them side by side. Note, his conception of decline was not necessarily destruction. Assyria, 250 years, Persia, 208, Greece, 231, Roman Republic, 233, Roman Empire, 207, Arab Empire, 246. Man, this is scary. This is scary. Look, they're all like 250. Ottoman, Spain. Britain's at 250. Oh, man. Where's America, though? So America's like, where's America in that? America is a little bit behind this.
Johnny got it. I'll just add that little note there, Mayo.
Yeah, just stick that one in. Okay, so too long didn't read. It's all over for England, but America's still okay. For now. Mars can't come soon enough. This X account, if you want to chronicle the downfall of the UK.
Campbell says 250th anniversary of America is next year in it.
Oh shit, okay, America's in trouble too then. Oh right, that's true. UK aesthetics. Follow this if you want a satirical kind of take on the fall of England. Jihad against rubbish in Birmingham. This guy on TikTok. Oh my god, dude. Oh lord. Oh no. This account, this everything just makes you depressed on X, man. Da, 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 da. This one tells you bad things about Japan that are happening. Watatsumi Shrine in Tsushima, Nagasaki now bans entry to all except Shinto devotees and priests after apparent misconduct by Korean tourists. So a friend of mine, he's so racist against Koreans and Chinese. He's like, hey, you know,
Rockwell says, wait, I'm confused.
I never said he was perfect.
Gonna throw himself
and we've all done things that are silly at some point in our life. But, you know, he doesn't represent me. He's his own person, but he's a friend of mine. It's an older guy. Really nice. He's super racist against Korean and China. Like, hates them. So every time I see some news about Korean tourists doing bad things, or Chinese, I'll send it to him, and then I'll get this racist diatribe in response. I'm going to send him this. So, misconduct by Korean tourists. Incidents included littering, vandalizing sacred objects, and verbally abusing shrine staff. Bro, like, if you come out here, you'll understand Japanese culture doesn't mix with any other culture. It's just its own thing. The other eight, like the Chinese, they're so noisy compared to Japanese people. I was in the elevator. So I was in front of the elevator today, and these two Chinese people just brushed past me and just went in front of me. And I know that's what their culture's like. Okay. And then they're super noisy. If you put them into Japan, it's like oil and water. It just does not mix. It's so obvious and glaring, the contrast between Chinese people and Japanese. Incidents included littering, vandalizing sacred objects, and verbally abusing shrine staff. Shrine priest Yuichi Hirayama condemned the disrespect, stating many Korean tourists treat the shrine like a theme park. That's sad, man. Oh well. As long as you got your money, Japanese government, from ridiculous tourist targets. Most, if not all, foreign visitors to Tsushima are Koreans due to its proximity to South Korea, with ferries to Busan taking just an hour from Korea to Tsushima. So that's why there's so many Koreans there. Right, I'm putting this cigar out because it is the worst cigar I've ever had. was grim, that one. Da, 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 da. It's all good though.
Victoria Rockwell says IDK why a Korean would want to visit Japan. They don't have a great history with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? In an ideal world, everyone would just get over it, but they're never going to get over it. They really hate it. Really
Chris Campbell says,
hate each other.
More visitors to the shrine. Wow, talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
There you go. That's it. So, Koreans apparently... I've got to send this to my mate to get his racist diatribe. I need it. He gets so pissed off when he reads this news. Let me send him this. He's going to be pissed. Uh-oh, not again, I'm going to say to him. I can't wait for his race. Oh my frickin'. Okay, so Rachel Zegler, I mean, look, she's not ugly or anything, but she's pretty minging as Hollywood stars go. This has been a massive flop. And no, I don't like this whole bashing someone for their appearance, but I mean, she's pretty. It's actually like it's not real. It's like a parody of Snow White. It's a parody of wokeness and Snow White. Hi, she's actually pretty ugly. Let's be honest. And just goofy with a big horse mouth, and the hair. It looks like, what's that Disney character with the ridiculous hair like that? It looks like this male Disney character from some other shit. What was that?
Victoria Rockwell says a lot of the new stars do look inbred more and more, and it shows.
Look.
Cat says,
Hi.
Hey mate's been lurking for 15 minutes. I'm making breakfast for the house.
Yes, Ellie and Cat back in the mix. I'm so glad you're back a bit more now. We missed you.
Says, Farquaad from Shrek.
Zero to donor. Zero to donor.
Farquaad from Shrek.
Oh, right. Yeah, fuck, yeah. Mate.
Victoria Rockwell says zero exactly.
You cast her as Snow White?
Zero to donor says, I'm going back to bed now.
Don't have nightmares about Rachel Zegler. She's coming. You're gonna in the middle of the night, you're gonna wake up and you'll just see this face at the end of your bed. Da, 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 da.
Victoria Rockwell says Snow White more like no whites.
Back into the Dark Souls versus this vicious NPC. Oh lord. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so you want to, dude, the Marxism. Why do they always look like this? Hey, Elliot Cat, what's on the menu? Look at this. New York Governor Kathy Hochul just announced she will combat the Trump administration's efforts to deport illegal aliens. I'm going to break the law to keep illegal people inside the country.
Halfway through the movie, then they had to reshoot because she was such a spoiled brat in public. Zero to donor says, that would be a nightmare. I prefer to dream of Chuchulu. Coffin Spickle says, wound up Johnny San and my fellow Yasuke enjoyers.
Yeah, the sparkling coffin is sliding into this YouTube stream.
Says been lurking for a while. Hey Massacre and Massacre mates.
Wow, Guy von Merbach, the legend is here. The legend who correctly predicted victory in the 2024 election. How's it going, everyone?
Victoria Rockwell says, Gary.
Look, New York governor announced she'll combat the Trump administration's efforts to deport illegal aliens. Who would vote Democrat in New York other than illegals? Why do you think they just tried to get 800,000 illegals to be able to vote? Bro, stop this.
Maybe smoked salmon sandwiches.
Holy shit. Ellie and Cat, crepes,
says, Victoria.
Crepes, bacon, and smoked salmon sandwiches.
Hi Vic.
Oh lord, that sounds delish. So look, we're not going to allow mass deportation. So keep violent apist ray immunal craze in your itty say. Why? Can somebody investigate? Can somebody audit and investigate this person? This is not organic. Why would you keep criminals in your country?
Village says, the governor squirrel is furious.
Oh Lord of mercy. She goes on to claim she'll cooperate with known criminals. She also says some more renegade countries are trying to help ICE, but insists her state-level law enforcement won't help at all. How can this be legal?
Democrats lost the black vote, so they had to replace them.
Bro, this whole timeline is freak. Democrats have the lowest approval rating ever. How can they have so many seats in the House and the Senate when they have such a low... Oh, God, you know the answer to this. Oh, Lord. Oh, this is the worst of the worst. So, like, Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced $2 billion investment to build up 18,000 new social and affordable homes by 2029. There's this whole thing about how they're going to build 5 million freaking homes or something. I don't know how many homes. It's not this. There's another story with a much bigger number. And they said it's not for illegals, but then there was some leaked thing in the Telegraph where they actually admitted, yes, we're building all of the new houses so the refugees don't have to stay in hotels, and it's blatantly going to be all over the countryside and shit. Dude, England is actually dead.
Says, Ellie and Cat.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Gary, give me some hope. Somebody get me to America. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, man. People... Oh, no. Don't. Check this stat out. More than 200,000 businesses have closed since Rachel Reeves was put in charge of the British economy.
The best is yet to come.
Dude, this diversity hire, she works in a bank and she was found to have lied on her CV. She basically doesn't know about economics. She's never produced a business in her entire life. She has no understanding of economics or how to generate wealth. And she's put in charge with spending trillions of other people's money, not her own, on people she doesn't know. So she's got no motivation to spend it wisely. And she's a diversity hire. She is in charge of the economy, and 200,000 businesses have closed, and a record amount of millionaires have left England, and billionaires. But it's the big business's fault, right? Right. Mate, Tesla stock is going up. Da 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 da. Oh, let's go. I'm here for this one. Da 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 da. Oh, Tesla stock booming, y'all. We're back. Somebody give Tim Walsh a call. Tell him to download his Tesla stock app. Houthi hoax.
Says if I had lots of money, I would have totally bought that Tesla dip.
Me too. I should have done that. Speaking of which, you could spend your money here. Streamlabs.com/Johnny Massacre. Patreon.com/Johnny Massacre. Patreon's really good. PayPal.me/ give me a hell yeah. Oh my lord.
Victoria Rockwell says, I love Ellen's dances, lol, they remind me of when my kids were little and you said yes to ice cream.
Ha ha ha. Oh lord. Mate, the Trumpster. Man, I can't wait for the years to roll by with the Trumpster. Mate, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him and they failed. They tried to shoot him. Dude, can you imagine? If they had shot him, man, they actually tried. Dude, there's such nefarious... There's evil people are in control. Evil people are in control of education, of science, of the economy, of media, of journalism. Evil people are in control. They tried to kill Donald Trump, bruv. Man, thank God. It's funny how life works out. It's not all black and white, isn't it? It's many different shades. Just by a shade, they missed him. And now the Trumpster is your boss. Oh, Lord of mercy. I can't believe this. I love it. I love it. The Trumpster.
Gary Von Mabach says, ice cream.
Oh, mate, don't make me break my diet. Oh, Lord of mercy. Look at this guy, 104 years old. He knows what it takes. Veteran Denver Moore, turning 104 on May the 17th. Come celebrate veteran Denver Moore's 104th birthday. Party is May the 17th in Ohio, Canal, Fulton.
President Trump, my name is Denver Moore, and I'm going to be 104 in May, and I'm inviting you to my birthday party, the 17th, here in Canal, Fulton, and I'm living in a rest home called Danbury, and I got to vote for you again, and I hope I can vote for you some more.
Awesome.
Third term, let's go.
Veteran, Army Air Corps. You should come and visit him. He wants you here for his birthday.
Trump, time to heed the call. This was beastly. Elon Musk wore a hat to what was it? It was this. It was a cabinet meeting talking about waste and fraud. Musk wore a MAGA hat, MAGA style hat that says Trump was right about everything. I love how he just lets Trump take control. Trump loves him so much. Man, I love them both.
Victoria Rockwell says, I've been making my own ice cream lately. It's wicked good and only a few ingredients compared to all the unnecessary crap in the stores.
Right.
It's cheaper.
Makes sense.
Pickle says, visit him PLS. Victoria Rockwell says, or Chris Campbell says, that dude looks like my dad. He's only 70s though.
That guy is enjoying a rather good innings. JD Vance, bad man. This is good. World Athletics will be introducing mandatory sex testing for female competitions. Today is the day that common sense, fairness, and biological reality came back to the field of athletics. That's good news. What's this? Oh, wow. Oh, he missed it. Oh, Lord. Oh my God. See, look, you know why people always blame Soros? Because he's behind so much BS. Check this out from Natalie Winters. The wife of former US Attorney Matthew Graves, who led the prosecution of 1,500 January the 6thers, is on the board of Indivisible. It's a Soros-backed group, which is the leading organizer of anti-Trump protests and violent Tesla acts. Deleted web pages reveal this connection. Wow, the guy who prosecuted January the 6thers, he's getting money through his wife from George Soros. I know the wife of former US Attorney General is on a board that's backed by George Soros. Okay, so basically George Soros, you know he had his fingers in the January the 6th pie, the prosecution pie. Do you remember this? When Democrats were offering bail funds for violent arsonists and rioters during the BLM riots. Kamala Harris literally did that, and they all got down on one knee. Bro, look at this. Isn't it weird how in 2025 and the last 5 years, humanity should be at this pinnacle, doing all kinds of awesome things, and they're doing the most stupid shit ever. This is the decadence era that we saw before. This is it, right? Because what is this other than decadence? If you're settling, or if you're fighting, or if you're innovating, there's simply no time to do shit like this.
Johnny.
No one's got any time. If you got time to do stuff like this, you're living in decadence and you don't know what to do with your time and you're taking everything you've been blessed with for granted. Because how would you know how good it is if you were born into it and didn't have to work for it, right? They're so far removed from it. This is crazy shit. Man. Oh, Lord of mercy. Here we go. Josh Hawley wants to stop Liberal judges' abuse of power by banning nationwide injunctions. I don't think this is even possible, though, but we've got to try to do something.
Cat says Kamala gave to BLM arsonists.
Wild, huh? Bro. Palestinians brutally attacked Jewish shepherds as they passed by on Mount Hebron armed with stones, clubs and masks. 3 were arrested, one of them the director of the anti-Israel film that won an Oscar. They're trying to spin the truth, don't let them fool you. Man. Oh Lord. Reform UK is done, so I cancel my membership. Meet Reform UK's Run Cornyn Helsby by-election candidate. Pro-migration, Sarah Pochin. Sarah Pochin, pleasure to attend the refugees welcome. This is Reform. Dude, why can't how corrupt is the UK that you can't start a political party until you agree to do all the globalist shit? It's freaking wild. It's so corrupt. That's what happens when you don't have free speech. And if you try to talk freely about this stuff, you end up in jail.
Chris Campbell says, New Zealand shepherds would cry if their pasture was that dry, dusty wasteland.
Damn. Throwing shade. Throwing shade. How's New Zealand looking? Green? It's day 54 of Pam Bondi's tenure as Attorney General, and here's her record so far. Arrests, 0. Investigations, 0. Strongly worded letters, 2. Fox News appearances, 54. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Oh, Lord of mercy. Justin, Rolls-Royce plans to shift production to the US to avoid President Trump's tariff. Da-da-da-da-da. The orange one. The Trumpster. Here we go. UK aesthetics. I think this is in Soho. Yeah, dude. The UK is fucked. Man, I could become the UK president so goddamn easily. Let me tell you my plan. Okay. When you vote me into power, what I'm going to give is the following. Benefits for refugees, illegal migrants, present and past, will all be cut. Any single person that came here illegally will have their citizenship and visa revoked, and they'll be on the first boat or plane out of here. The amount of money it will cost to repatriate them is a drop in the ocean compared to their cost over the long term of funding them on the taxpayer pound. Every single benefit will end day 1. Every single hotel that's housing migrants will be ordered immediately to boot them out. Otherwise, they'll have their business shut down and terminated. And then they'll all be repatriated and deported. Every single last one. Gender ideology, Marxist ideology, critical race theory, all of that will be removed from every single school. They'll all have their funding cut if they have even a droplet of that in the curriculum. Anything to do with Marxism, race-based identity politics, intersectional politics, it will all go. Every single train line that was renamed to some woke name will be reverted to the original train line. The Windrush statue in Waterloo Station will be torn down and turned into scrap metal because that is a Marxist statue, and those people actually pretty much brought very little, if not nothing at all, to the United Kingdom, bruv. We're going to cut taxes drastically. We're going to reduce the scale of government. We're going to support farmers. We're going to invest in farmers. We're going to remove the inheritance tax. Actually, we're going to remove inheritance tax across the whole country. We're also going to remove property tax from the whole country. And we are going to drill, baby, drill. If you look at the map with newly discovered sites for oil and natural gas, compared to Norway and these other Scandinavian places, which some people view as petrostates, we have far in excess of them. We're going to drill like crazy. That's going to bring down the price of energy. If you bring down the price of energy, it will bring down the cost of living across the board. Food, daily essentials, all of that stuff. That is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, bruv. We're going to pull out the Ukraine support and we're going to withdraw every single pound of foreign aid everywhere for any single reason. You will never again have a pound going overseas to fund any projects, any wars, any of this nonsense. We're going to reinvest that into our military. We're going to build up our naval forces once again, because that is how we created the empire in the first place. And then from there, using a peace through strength strategy, once again, we're going to help out people around the world in exchange for great deals, economic contracts, and stuff like that. And then we can start putting money overseas, investing back into other countries after we've invested in ourselves first. We're also going to terminate the month of Ramadan celebration in the UK, because Easter is only a single day and UK is a Judeo-Christian country. So we're going to keep those holidays in place, and we're going to remove any ones that were added after the fact that are just in there to create this culture of Marxism and victimhood in the United Kingdom. There'll be no more Pride Month, none of that nonsense. It's going to be England Month, bruv. It's going to be England Year, England Eternity. That's what we're going to do. If you have a child, you will pay no income tax at all, and you will get insane tax credits for every single person that has a child. We're going to incentivize having children. Yes, that is what we're going to do. I'm going to do all of these things, bruv. And you know what? It will turn England into a freaking incredible place. We're going to support pubs. We're not going to see businesses as a threat. We're going to invest in businesses. We're going to leave them alone. We're going to lower the taxes to allow them to expand. We're going to celebrate the things that made the country great. The sport, the music, the drum and bass, mate, the garage, the Beatles. We're going to have a revival across the music industry, the creative industries. All this money that's coming back, instead of giving it to refugees, we're going to give it to creatives as well, because England creates the best creatives. We designed the freaking iPhone. That's what we're going to do. And England will be great once again. That's what I would do. That's what I will do when I'm Prime Minister of England. How could I fail? How could you fail with a policy like that?
Deep Claw Jedi says, I'd vote for you if I were a Brit, but no way I'm leaving the US, so sorry bro. Victoria Rockwell says if they had to get jobs they'd have less time to sit around procreating generations of system abusers. Problem solved. And in order to get a job you have to speak perfect English and stop wearing. Victoria Rockwell says garbage bags and head diapers. Problem solved. Chris Campbell says, how about consumption taxes, sir?
Abolish taxes, mate. The whole I would definitely listen to
Victoria
a case for that.
Says we need the Crusades and McCarthyism back.
It's too late for that shit because of the nuclear bomb. Like you can't do it anymore. You can't do it. But yeah, shit's getting wild, y'all. Shit is getting wild. Look at this, net zero, far from oil. Far from oil and gas running out, it's been discovered that the North Sea could provide over half of the UK's requirements until at least 2050. So Ed Miliband has cost taxpayers 150 billion by blocking new sea oil and gas projects, because that makes sense. 150 billion war on North Sea oil adds £900 to your energy bill. Bro, like even if net zero was attainable, and it isn't, if the UK did achieve that, have you seen how fucking small the UK? It doesn't make a difference to the rest of the world. There's no point in doing this. But it's just a way so the government can make these huge contracts with green energy companies and get kickbacks, and they get rich. It makes energy more expensive and everybody else suffers. It is suicide. And also they're going to get to control you with digital IDs. They're going to monitor your carbon footprint, how many journeys you took in a car or like whatever, or like how much meat you ate. And they're going to use this whole green energy thing as a pretext to surveil you and control you and dominate you and take away your access to society unless you comply to their communist demands. Dude, the Labour Party, oh my God. The Conservatives were super terrible. These freaking people, these communists, these psychopaths, England's in trouble.
Victoria Rockwell says it's a total sham, no such thing as green energy unless we all become Amish.
Right? It's a very good point. Blue Stinger, Dreamcast, 26 years old today. I remember this game. It was ridiculous. This guy was called Dog or something. And it was turned out he was the dad of the female character. You found that out right at the end of the game for no reason at all. This game was ridiculous. We should play that. We definitely should play that. It's so bad it's good kind of game. Emma Myers would have been cast as Snow White, but she was too likable, her complexion too fair, and her back lacked yankable hair. Disney had other plans. Oh well. Oh well. In the UK, economic growth down, businesses going bust or cutting jobs, taxes up, inflation up. Who'd have thought you tax people more and just piss the money away, give another $4 billion to Ukraine? It's not going to make a difference. It's actually going to make things more expensive. Unemployment up, council tax up. He promised, he campaigned on not raising the council tax and energy bills.
She has no hair on her back.
Apparently. Bro, UK is cooked. It's so hard to watch. Oh my God, new reform candidate attended refugees welcome event. We're so cooked, y'all.
Victoria Rockwell says, yeah, we wouldn't want someone fair playing a character described as the fairest of them all, lol.
No, wouldn't want that. Oh, Lord of mercy. They are ants solving a geometric problem, and it is great in color. This has got to be random, though. Isn't it? Bruh. The ants are coming. The ants are coming, mama. Ants are kind of gross. Wow, that's pretty damn clever. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. She's got the fatigue and she's only 11. Africans dancing in St. Patrick's Day parade while Irish people look on in complete confusion. Mate, Ireland is... Oh my Lord. What is happening over there? Unreal. Yasuke Simulator is now number 2 on Steam DB Hot Releases. I bought that even though I can't play it. That's brilliant. Let's go. They must have made like £1 million from that then. Bro, no.
Victoria Rockwell says, I heard McGregor said he'd run for PM over there. What do you think, Johnny?
I mean... you can't count Connor out of anything, but he's a drug addict. So they're going to find so much dirt on him, and he's got so many ape ray cases, and he doesn't have billions to defend himself. He's got like, I don't know, like 300, 400 mil. 200, 300, 400 mil. So they're just going to go after him and destroy him. He's just got too much crazy stuff in his past. But then you never know. Ireland definitely want all that immigration to stop, and if he's offering that... But the guy's his brain is damaged from too much cocaine use. You can't have someone like that in charge of the country, even if it's going to deport people. You need someone who's more stable than him. And he's going around shagging like. I mean, it's if he gets close to getting in, the establishment's going to throw some serious heavyweight blows at him. We're going to have to wait and see. But I don't know. It's not impossible, but I think it's unlikely. What do you think? Bro, they're arresting people in England for Facebook posts. This is Judge Tracy Lloyd Clark. She has sentenced an ex-soldier with PTSD, Daffron Williams, to 2.5 years in prison for Facebook comments. She meanwhile let a child apist ray go with no jail time. So the guy said civil war is here. And he went to jail for 2.5 years, dude. Elon Musk commented on that. Dude, we gave up our guns and now we're just a bunch of... Like, I mean, English people can't understand it. We're so conditioned to our slavery. We're so conditioned to it. Guns? I just want to give other people guns that I don't know to keep me safe. Insanity, right? The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. This is what I'm saying, right? You can't be silent because you're going to get ruled by evil men. My man Plato, telling it like it is. This is it. This is the meme. Britain is the sofa. British people on the flaming sofa. It's not good for UK. It really isn't. Mate, Tim Walsh. What a little failure. Oh my lord. Look, man, the memes. What kind of racist shit is this? Oh, it's my page. A lot of mercy. Oh man, I saw this today. What's this? A new drama in the UK. Crongton. Littlebit and his friends navigate the coming of age on the vibrant and chaotic Crongton estate. Oh my god. Ed Miliband. Here's Ed telling a nation his net zero strategy will bring down energy bills. This guy's a psychopath. Today under Labour they have increased by over 18%. Just believe. See, this is it. Daily Express, sorry, not the Telegraph. Over £500 million of UK taxpayers' money given to foreign farmers, and meanwhile, £500 million is to be taken from UK farmers through inheritance tax. Bro, this is insanity. This guy needs to be in prison, Chuck Schumer. Arrested Trump, impeached Trump, raided Trump's home, fined Trump $350 million. Dude, they tried everything. Attempted to kick him off the ballot. Attempted to kill him, dude. Yeah, Chuck Schumer claims democracy is at risk because Trump is deporting violent terrorists. That judge, right? That evil-looking judge, he wants to keep those violent terrorists inside the United States to give them due process. Bruv. Man. Just, I mean, you have to accept for every piece of good morality that's out there, there'll be something opposite and terrible in the having a completely opposite opinion, and that's what you're seeing with some of these judges. Elon Musk reveals Doge found $330 million in SBA loans to people under 11 years old. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Well, a clear case of fraud was with the Small Business Administration, where they were handing out loans, $330 million worth of loans to people under the age of 11. I think the youngest, Kelly, was a 9-month-old who got a $100,000 loan. That's a very precocious baby we're talking about here.
Well, we're tackling the fraud, waste, and abuse in the agency. We've seen...
I love this timeline. Elon Musk finding that fraud. Reporter, how did you convince Hyundai to come to your great state? LA Governor Jeff Landry. It was easy. I told them we're going to have a great president this year. Huh. Oh, here we go. So in 7 days on April the 1st, there's a blasphemy laws coming into play in the UK, coming into effect. And it means if you're a minority and basically Islamic, if you commit a crime, you will have a more lenient sentence. So they have to do that to cook the books because they disproportionately represent all the crime statistics. So in 7 days, new 2-tier sentencing rules that are biased against white people and Christians will come into force. Labour blocked my bill that would have prevented this and have sat on their hands. Time is running out for 2-tier Keir to act. 7 days, and you know that's going to pass. You know it's going to pass. Oh Lord, Tesla stock going up, 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 baby. Let's keep going. So much winning. So much winning. Trumpster's talking to Elon today.
I have to tell you, I want to thank you all, and Elon, I want to thank you. I know you've been through a lot with this horrible situation that happens.
That's right. Saving America.
It's very unfair. What he is a patriot. Here's a man that I can tell you, he's a friend of mine. He's become a friend of mine. He supported me in the election. That's when I got to know him. Really, I knew him a little bit from the first term, but not much. But he's a patriot more than anything else. He's never, think of it, he has never asked me for a thing. He could have. I always say, I wonder if he's ever going to ask me for something. And that's always subject to change. And if it does change, I'll let you know about it. But Elon has never asked me for a thing. I mean, I got rid of the electric car mandate. I have no idea how that affects him, but possibly not good. I don't know. But he's never asked me for a thing. And I think that's an amazing tribute. I did get activated last week when I saw what they were doing. I said, he makes an incredible product, and we're going to go out and tell people you can't do that stuff, and support him. They got to support him, because if he wasn't doing this, he wouldn't have any of these difficulties. And I think it's getting less and less. Pam has done a great job with regard to all of the, I mean, I know the kind of investigations that are going on. If she finds them, which she will, she already found 4 of them. But I think they're going to suffer very grave consequences, because they're really terrorists when you
The Ku Klux Trans.
think about it. They're terrorists at a high level. And I think the people that are financing them, they could very well be people I know, people that you write about. But those people are in big trouble. So they better cut it out. But Elon's a patriot. We want to thank you very much for the job you're doing. Thank you very much.
Mate, I love the Trump and Elon bromance. So good. Tesla stock up 12%. One of the biggest single day gains in Tesla stock history. Oh shit, mate. They rode the dip. And now look at that. Full clip. Oh, lord. Oh, mate, this is dope. This is so dope. Oh, mate. No, what? 10 months up there is quite a long time, isn't it? Man, how cool do you have to be an astronaut? Look at the ship, how dope that is. All that stuff on the wall. I don't know what any of that is, but it looks so cool. It's mad how kind of messy it looks, right? All these exposed cables. It's crazy. What are they eating up there the whole time? Ice cream? Victoria's Ice Cream. That should be your brand name. Victoria's Ice Cream. Available now. Oh, lord. Victoria. It's you and me, Victoria. You and me. Bro, UK aesthetics. Fucking hell. Here comes McGreg's. Wow, this is a great administration. I love it. I can't wait for the years to roll by. Reform have dropped 5 points in YouGov voting. Polling. Yeah.
Victoria Rockwell says it does look like living inside of a machine. I wanna float around, but I don't think I'd be able to leave Earth to do it.
I could do it, but I wouldn't want to be there for 10 months. I've had enough practice in dark rooms. This guy, this is the judge. Absolute scumbag. Here we go. Mate.
Victoria Rockwell says LMAO same good point.
Da 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 da. Oh my lord. Mate, Snow White flopped. Oh, Lord. Okay. So pretty quiet today. I just thought I'd show my face. Had that cheeky cigar, the Romeo and Julieta #2, which was terrible. Don't ever go for the cheaper ones. You got to go for the Y Churchill. The search goes on for the Churchill cigar by Romeo and Julieta. I'm going to have to try to get hold of one of those at some point in the future. I got a belated birthday card from my dad, so I'm going to open it now and read that, and then I'm going to go get some frozen mango, and then I'm going to do a bit of work. Pretty tired. Victoria, do I look tired? How tired do I look out of 10? All right, we got the birthday cards. Wicked. Oh, mate, that's a cool card. Look at that. Birthday boy, what a total legend. Oh, yeah, with a cool dog on a skateboard. Many happy returns, big man. Have a great day with much love. Hope this reaches you on time. Not quite, but it's even better that it's a bit late, because the birthday celebrations continue. That's going behind me with the rest of them.
You don't look tired, but you sound worn out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get on with my evening then and pass out.
Victoria Rockwell says, "Oh, that's sweet."
Yay. That's nice. Happy about that. Okay. See you lot very soon, yeah. Don't worry. We got it. We got this. You'll never beat the English, bruv. We're coming back strong. We're going to work this shit out. America's got it going on. Take a leaf out of their book. We'll get it cracking. Good night, everyone. Cheers.